go. Hey there, welcome to Infinity Highway. How y'all doing? And greetings to you from oh, damn it. Oh boy, I am in trouble. Well, we're south of Marion, Virginia. We're in between Marion, Virginia and Abingdon, Virginia, over here on the I-81 southbound. And I had to bring you in to show you the sky. The sky is pretty amazing here. I mean, not to mention Virginia itself, but yeah, the sky is pretty incredible looking right now. Whereas I actually was not going to bring you in today because, well, it's been a kind of painful drive today. It has been. It's been a pretty painful drive today. Painful in the sense of just a lot of traffic, a lot of slow traffic again today. Yeah, so I'll say good evening to you as you may be able to gather. The sun's getting ready to set over there in the west, or off to the right of the frame there. But yeah, I mean, painful but yet beautiful drive, of course. So, you know, we still appreciate it. Yeah, let's see here. We're actually pretty damn close. We're in the home stretch to delivery down in Tennessee. It's going to be in Piney Flats, Tennessee. And we're hauling this 44,011-pound load of giant paper rings. Actually, they're not that big. I don't know. They're like maybe 4 foot on end are the small ones, and I think the big ones are like 5 foot on end. If I remember, I'll grab a picture of them or something for you and stick it in the video. But yeah, we picked up in up there in Scarborough, Maine. I think it was called Scarborough. And whatever, we pulled off last night. I think it was just inside or just outside New Jersey. I think it was just inside New Jersey. It was like, yeah, it had to have been New Jersey, near Bloomsbury. Had a kind of turnout, and just been kind of making our way south and west since then, through New Jersey and Pennsylvania, down into West Virginia, down into Virginia, and as I said, we're pretty close. We're actually 41 miles from Piney Flats from our delivery site. That said, we're going to be pulling off and camping out because we can't make our delivery till tomorrow morning. I think they open at 7. So we're going to be pulling off at Tennessee Welcome Center up here off the 81. Or down here off the 81. And that is only another 23 miles down the way. So we'll be within 20 miles of our delivery for tomorrow morning. We'll pop up at whatever, 6 a.m. or something like that. Get our asses down there at 7. But yeah, figure I'd go ahead and just bring you in here. We'll roll kind of straight through to the Welcome Center, maybe, I figure, and call that a wrap once we get there. dog air on my elbow right now. I love when he does that. Yeah. It's just literally panting on my elbow. It's freaking dog. Dude, get back, Max. Back. Just because I said your name doesn't mean I want you to come start really annoying me now. So, yeah. That's that. Let's see what we got here. So we got Thursday, August 19th, 2021. Very local time out here in the Abingdon area of Virginia is 7:53 in the PM. 75 humid degrees outside. It's been pretty warm day today, all day. Actually got up into the mid-90s back there, like in West Virginia and stuff, in Pennsylvania. It was really warm and muggy out there. But yeah, 75 and semi-humid as I speak. Elevation's about 2,080 foot. And I already told you our mileage here. As we go past mile marker 20.2. 20 over 1. And now mile marker 20 even. And therefore we have 20 miles down to the Welcome Center. So go figure. But yeah, I'll tell you, just a lot of people out today for a Thursday. My goodness, I was questioning them. I was questioning all these people. I was saying, where the hell are you all going? What's so important that you all had to get on to I-81 south on a Thursday in the middle of the afternoon and head down, head south through Virginia? I don't know. But it was like, ever since we got into Virginia, it was just gobs of people. Gobs and gobs and gobs of motorists and, well, gobs of trucks too, of course. So it was like, wow. See his little black pickup right there. He wants to jump in front of me and cut me off. It's still gobs of people out. Shit. What am I saying? There was gobs of people, as if that's like past tense. No, there's still gobs of people out. Just maybe not. There's like half as many gobs. Max, get down. Get down. I can't see. Yeah, I do. I wonder sometimes, I'm like, where is everybody going? Are y'all going shopping? I don't know what they're doing. It doesn't matter. Yep, and so, like I said, we're going to camp out down there at the Welcome Center. I actually just stopped at a Petro, a couple miles before I brought you in, and picked up some food for dinner from Sabaro Pizzeria, or whatever it is. I didn't get pizza. I'm just not a big fan of pizza. Like, occasionally I like pizza, but so I grabbed some of their, like, they're kind of like calzones or something like that. The artichoke one, and one was a pepperoni one. Some ziti and some wings, some chicken legs, the little chicken wing legs or whatever, game bird or whatever they are. So I got that going for me for dinner for the night, and like, I'm sitting here, my mouth is watering. I think what we start off with the day was like 550-ish miles for today. That's what I left myself last night. I think we started off with 890 from Scarborough, and it was getting late last night, and so basically I just wanted to leave myself with anything less than 600 when I pulled off last night, so we got down to 550. Figure that's an easy day. That doesn't take 550 miles, should take like 8.5 hours or 8 hours or something like that. And when it's all said and done, it's going to have taken us about 10 and a half, something like that. It's been like a long day for only 500 and some odd miles. It's been a long day, very slow. We did get some rain earlier, so people were just kind of panicking, I guess. You know, it was like the conjunction between a lot of rain, like a lot of people, and the rain and stuff, and so people were just kind of freaking out, I guess. I don't know. But there was like multiple slowdowns that were like emergency slowdowns, you know, that, you know, like as truck drivers, we see that stuff coming from like a mile off, right? So we know it's coming typically, if, you know, we can see it ahead of time, and we got radios and stuff, we can hear about it and all that. The four-wheelers, they don't have any idea it's coming, so we kind of are like a buffer for them, because we can see it, and we'll, you know, hit our emergency flashers from way back. And that happened like, God, I don't know, it happened a good handful of times today, and one of them was pretty bad, where a couple few cars almost wrecked, and a truck with a camper almost wrecked too, because they didn't see it coming soon enough. And then there was a wreck back up there in Marion, and we were going to take a detour around it. It was on the I-81, southbound, our side. And so I wanted to go take the detour around it. I was going to bring you in for the detour, because, you know, what the heck, I love detours, yeah. And so we took our exit for the detour. There happened to be a Sunco truck stop right there. We went ahead, we pulled off. I figured, you know what, let's get out and play some ball, and then we'll go ahead and run our detour. So we did. We spent about half an hour playing ball and stuff or whatever. Got back in the truck. I says, well, let me take a look and see if it's still backed up. And, well, wouldn't you know, it was all clear. That was, you know, double checking on Google traffic, because originally when I checked it, when I first heard about it, it was a big fat purple line, all lanes blocked. And by the time we were done playing ball, it was clear. And it was like, I didn't even see any, like, there was no remnants of anything there either, so that was kind of weird. Like, there was no, you know, lingering emergency vehicles hanging out. There was no, like, couldn't see any debris from a wreck or anything. Which reminds me, oh my God, I forgot to even tell you about this. So last night, let's see, where the hell were we? We were coming down through Connecticut. I guess we were on the 95 coming down through Connecticut. And it was getting late. It was kind of like not pitch dark out. Of course, the moon was out pretty like 3/4 full last night, so it was kind of light still. And we're coming down through Connecticut on 95, like I said, southbound. And the area that I'm talking about, it's a long stretch through Connecticut along the coastline. And it's really well lit up, like the whole thing, because it's all very metropolitan area. So they got street lights out the whole stretch, so it's really well lit up. Fortunately, it is. And it's mostly like 55-mile-an-hour speed limits, you know. But of course, you know, people who are local to the area, they rip through there, right? You know, and that entices us as truck drivers to kind of to speed up too, because you know it's difficult driving slow around a bunch of really fast cars. You kind of have to try and match their speed. So that's what I was doing. So I was hovering around between, you know, 65 and 60 to try and keep up with the cars, right? Because they were ripping through there. So there's this little white putter car, you know. It was like a sport. Max, Jesus, settle down. Freaking bugging down there, dude. It was like a sports car, you know. And it had one of those exhaust systems on it where it's like really loud, and it's like, it doesn't sound like a muscle car. It sounds like, you know, like a putter. Like it sounds like it's putting, right? But it's really loud and like high performance exhaust on it or whatever. So I could hear it coming up the fast lane. I was like in the middle lane. It was just like this, 3 lanes. I was in the middle lane, and it was coming up the left lane exit, and it was hauling ass, and it was buzzing in between, and it was weaving and dodging in between all the traffic, right? I mean, this guy was ripping, right? Like he was racing, right? Somebody, but he wasn't racing anybody. And so I look and I see in my driver's rear view, as he's coming, a piece of his rear bumper on the passenger side was ripped off, and it was like flailing about, right? And when he passed me, I saw, and it was like flailing about, and I said to myself, wow, the way this guy's driving, I bet you he just stole this car, right? And probably, you know, damaged it when he stole it or something, right? So he goes on, and he's gone. He's just gone out of sight, right? Probably like a mile up ahead. And the area that I'm talking about, it's pretty windy. It's not hilly necessarily, but it's pretty windy. There's a lot of tight curves in it and stuff, right? Well, so we're coming along, and we're coming like down a little bit of a slope, and then we're going to bank up to the right around this bend. And up ahead, you know, I'm looking, you know, because you know, as truck drivers, we're looking way ahead of us, right? We need to be seeing what's going on, like as far ahead of us as we can. Like right now, I'm looking at traffic probably a mile up the road right now and seeing what it's doing, right? So I see way up, like a good at least half a mile ahead of us, if not more, a bunch of brake lights, and then emergency flashers, and then I see traffic coming and merging on from like an exit like this, and they're stopping. They're coming to a stop, and everybody's got their emergency flashers on. So I'm coming to a stop, and right in front of me, in my lane, this little white sports car that I said looked like just got stolen, and just mashed into the barrier, like the one on the right, that steel barrier with the wooden pegs that it hangs on there, just mashed right into it on the right side of the road. and he had mashed into it and just like damn near totaled the car. And so as I'm coming in I'm in the right lane now. Now I got my flashers on. I'm stomping on the brakes to try, and the car's rolling back into the lane in front of me. And no shit, like I barely stopped in time without just smashing into it. Like if I hadn't been paying attention, he was a goner, because he rolled backwards into my lane and came to a stop right in front of me. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, man. And so what does he do? He fires the thing back up. He gets the engine running again, gets it in gear, and takes off. And this thing was just mashed and mangled. You could smell burnt rubber all over the place. Like, he mashed that thing into the wall and went and took the hell off, right? So like I said, like my hunch was when I first saw him go by me, I was like, I bet you this guy just stole his car. He would have had to have, the way he was driving it. So that was pretty exciting. It's too bad I didn't have you rolling for that, actually. But I didn't, so whatever. But that was the story of last night. That was our excitement last night. That and our tornado warnings that I didn't even hear about until I got up this morning. I think we had like tornado warnings back up there in New Jersey at like 1:30 in the a.m.
In
So
1.25 miles, arrive at Tennessee Welcome Center on the right.
Pretty well sound asleep when the alarms went off for it. Yep. So here we go. Let's see. Did we cross the state line yet? No. Tennessee Welcome Center, 1 mile. Next rest area, 35 miles. Got. So we're gonna have, under 20 miles, like I said, 17, I guess, left to our delivery. So that's cool. That's easy.
Arrive at
2,
Tennessee Welcome Center
1.
on the right.
Tennessee welcomes you, the volunteer state. There you go.
Continue on I-81.
Yes, I have learned that
Turn left on I-81.
of the places. Wow, that sign. Wow, this sign says no overnight parking. Huh. That's pretty funny, because I was just about to say, I have learned that of all the places of where you could, like rest areas and stuff, where you can spend the night at, the welcome centers are always the nicer ones. And here we are at one that says no overnight parking. That's pretty funny. Max, get down. I can't see shit, dog. With you up there like that. Okay, that should be good. So there we go. Welcome to Tennessee. Let's see if we can get specific. Bristol. There you go. Bristol, Tennessee. Elevation 1,820 feet. Everything else is about the same. So, anyways, that's a wrap. Just a quick, short one here for you. So, hope y'all are doing well. Thanks for watching Infinity Highway, and we will see you somewhere down the road. Take care. See ya.